my mother was a single mother. It was just me and my mom for a very long time. So I watched her have those worries, and I was a savage as a kid. And
in what sense?
Boy. Well, I was an addict. Well, for a long time, I
addict in high school.
Well, I was 19 when I first was addicted to prescription painkillers, but I was doing like 12 Roxys a day, 30 milligrams, and back then, you know, they weren't as expensive as they are now, but they weren't cheap. So I was working pretty much to support my habit, and then I couldn't make more money, so I was robbing houses. I stole my mom's jewelry, wild shit. You know. So
you were.
I was in it.
You were on them streets.
I was in it. I was in it for sure.
I'm going back to myself, which I did that just so I could draw.
I know.
That was
fucking
stupid.
Cheater.
Wait, there we go. Wait.
What?
Red. Let's do red.
Fuck.
Sorry. Were you? With your
can I put a wild on top of this? Yeah, I've been with her since I was 16, dog. We're having technical difficulties right now, but
you and I talked about this off camera. That shit is all right though, and you mentioned, you know, some people might be surprised that it's not something that you're up and open about, but
right.
My
whole thing is like, look, I recently got my own spot. I got my own spot, and you know.
So you're living in separate places.
We're living in separate places, and here's the reality. I think a lot of people lived vicariously through her, right? They saw my videos, and they live vicariously through her, but they don't realize that, like, you know, she's an amazing person, she's an amazing mother, but like these were written. I wrote these skits. You know what I mean? So like these characters were created.
Is it safe to say the skits aren't real life?
No, they are based on real life circumstances that were toxic and were real, that weren't as funny. I just made them digestible so people can feel normal. And not just people, me. I wanted to fucking feel normal. I wanted to feel like other people were going through the same shit I was going through.
100%.
So when I first started, because in the beginning, nobody was doing the type of shit that I was doing. Nobody. I don't give a fuck. People can say whatever they want. They try to bring up names. I'm like, not the same. And it was nerve-wracking because I put this shit out. And at first, people just thought it was toxic. They're like, what is this shit? This is, you know, it wasn't until like maybe a year down the line where people were like, oh, this shit, like my wife does this. My girl does this shit. Blah, blah, blah. And it made me feel normal. It made me feel like, fuck, like, all right, maybe our relationship isn't as toxic as I thought it was. And it really did help us, I think, grow. But listen, bro, like life be lifing. It is what it is. You know, at the end of the day, you're going to have like wild circumstances. I travel a ton. I'm a workaholic, bro. I have 2 startups. I have a nonprofit. We're pitching a TV show right now. I have a lot of shit going on. I don't talk about that shit because to me, it just shouldn't matter. I'm a comedian. I come out there, I take my pain and I turn it into comedy. I don't need to be talking about all the shit that I'm doing, you know? Yeah. And that's hard to do for any woman, I think. Like, you know, for her to have her significant other just all over the fucking country.
So you're saying your wife, for what she's known you for your whole life, it was difficult for her to see you in the spotlight.
Well, I don't even think difficult. Like, she was always very supportive of like.
But hey, difficult doesn't mean it's not supportive.
No, definitely difficult because yeah, she's at home. She's doing the fucking, you know, I'm making the money, but she's at home. She's
grinding with the kids.
She's doing the real work of raising our children. You know what I'm saying? And that is, but she also understands that I'm trying to, you know, regardless of anything, she's always going to be the mother of my children. So like my success is her success because I will never allow my success to not pass off to my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the type of person where like, you don't have to ask me for fucking child support. You don't have to ask me
I'm gonna take care.
I'm paying the house. I'm paying the cars. Well, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're comfortable, then my kids are comfortable. If my kids are comfortable, I'm comfortable. Yeah. It is what it is. You're doing the real work. But yeah, it is. This is real life, bro. And this shit is difficult. And we out here grinding and we're trying to build I'm trying to build something that's generational that my kids could be fucking proud of.